Next, we'll go for the critical path analysis. So what does it mean? So critical path means just first of all we want to draw a network, that is a CPM network. Next, okay, likewise we'll complete a CPM network. Here just I have taken an example. Okay, so for the given example, for the given different activities, we'll draw a network. Okay, next, in this network we'll find a path which will which will include the longest, it must be a longest path. Just we have to define a longest path. Why we have to define a longest path? Suppose if I consider shortest path, so here suppose from one event is A, B and C. Three activities are bursting out. Okay, so here if you consider 2 days, you can complete only the A activity. Okay, if you consider 7 days, you can complete this B as well as A activity. If you consider the 8th day, you can complete this activity, C, B and A activity simultaneously. Okay, so always you have to consider a maximum time duration. Okay, so critical path means we are here, we have to refer to the longest path of a network. So why I'm choosing longest? By choosing a longest path, we are going to complete, we are going to cover all the activities and all the events involved in a project. Okay, that's why we are going to consider a longer path. Okay, the critical path, it starts at initial event and ends at end event of the network. It starts at initial event, it ends at end event. Means it is starting always with the first event. I have given the numbering, first event, and it is ending with the last event. So of course, if we look towards the total network, so here 8th event is the higher event. Okay, so always starting from first event, it is ending up with the highest value of the event. Means just we are applied here a Parkinson's rule. Okay, next, critical path passes through those events where slack or the float associated with the activities is 0. So for critical path, the float for that activity is 0. Okay, so how to calculate that float, will come to that part later. But currently remember in mind that for the event or activity which are required, which is having a 0 float, from there the critical path process. Okay, so critical path passes through the activities where the float is 0. Okay, next step, duration of a project is given by the length of the critical path. Of course, the total duration of the project can be found out by considering the critical path. Okay, so next point is a project can have more than one critical path. Of course, a single project can have a number of critical paths. Okay, so next part, activities on a critical path are called critical activities, and the other remaining activities are called non-critical activity. The remaining activities are called as non-critical activities. Okay, so just we'll consider this example. So here I've dot this critical activity. This is the critical path, that is B, F and J. B, F and J. These are the critical, this is the critical path through dark, making this arrow dark. I have shown this critical path. Okay, so we can call this BFJ as a critical activity, and we can call 1, 3, 6 and 8 as critical event. 1, 3, 6 and 8 as critical event. So in this, what it means, in the total project, just we have to focus on these three activities B, F, J. So if you take care of these three activities B, F, J, so these are the major activities. If you take care of these three activities, that means the total project may completed within our planned time. Okay, it may get completed within a planned time. So to complete a project within a planned time, first of all, you have to draw a network. Next, you have to find a critical path, and through this critical path, you have to find a critical activities and critical events. And next, we have to focus on that activities and events. So now, 7 point. Critical activities cannot be delayed, while non-critical activities can have some cushion of available. Okay, what it means? Of course, critical activity, it does not having any float. Okay, as critical activities are not having any float, that's why they have to be completed within stipulated time, within planned time. They have to be completed. Okay, and rest of the other non-critical activities, of course, they are non-critical activities. That means they are having float. Okay, as they are having float, you can so in that activity you can make some changes in duration schedule, so that you can complete the total project within stipulated time. Okay, next part, this critical path isolates the activities that control the entire project. Simple. So here, this B, F, and J activities consume more time, okay, rather than the other activities. And as these are the critical, as this is the critical path, that is B, F, J, there is no availability of a float. That means this B, F, and J, these three activities, you have to start at a planned time and you have to complete at a planned time. Okay, so whatever we plan start and end time, you have to follow that thing in while considering the critical path. Okay, so you can call this path as a controlling activity. You can call this, you can control the entire project by controlling that critical path. Okay, so of course, while controlling that activity, that critical activity, we can divide number of responsibilities to enhance the coordination between the other departments. Okay, so of course, suppose again, if I consider this network, so suppose from moving from third event to sixth event, this app is a critical path, but at the same time, you have to start the G activity from after third event. You have to start G activity, F activity, and E activity. All these three are the simultaneous activity. So of course, you have to focus on F activity because it is not having any float. Okay, it has to be started at planned time, it has to be ended at a planned time, but at the same time there must be a proper coordination between this F, G and E activity. Okay, so there must be proper coordination between these three activity, because these are the simultaneous, or you can say these are the parallel activities. As these are the parallel activities, there must be a proper coordination so that this F activity will get completed. Okay, of course, if you are not having any proper coordination, if you are not having any proper coordination between these three activities, that is E, G and F. So here, if you are not having any proper coordination, then it will not hamper to the F activity, but it will hamper to the J activity, because to complete J activity, that is, this is the last activity of a project. To complete J activity, before this J activity to occur this event, eighth event, it is important that you have to complete J activity as well as the K activity. Okay, so when there are the parallel activity, we have to go for a proper coordination between all this parallel activity. Then and then only we can control the project, or we can control every activity. Okay. Last point, it helps in timely allocation of resources. Okay, of course, if you observe this network, so of course in this case, suppose again if I can say F activity, so of course this B, F and J activity, these are the critical activity, means these activity are not having any float, any free time. Float means any free time or any extra time is available. Float means, in simple words, any extra time is not available for these three activities, that is B, F, J. You have to complete these three activity within is with stipulated planned time, and you have to complete this activity within stipulated planned finish time. Okay, so to complete this three activity, these three major activity, you can use extra resources. You can use, again, resources means here extra time is not available. Time is also you can call it as a resource. Extra time is not available. You have to use extra manpower, extra machineries. Okay, extra money you have to spend for this critical path, so that the entire project will not get hampered. Okay, so for any project, this critical path is the important path. Okay, and these critical activities are the important activities. So this activity can hamper to the entire project. So to take care of the total entire project, just we have to take care of a critical path. Okay, so these are the 10 points to be considered while drawing a critical path for a network.